to Ethiopia.
Okay.
And we are upgrading our service to a non-stop flight 5 times a week. So I'm here to promote the importance of Ethiopia for Lufthansa. And also once a year I invite the whole management team of Africa to one strategic place in Africa. So we have chosen Ethiopia this year.
So it's just your management is meeting here.
We're meeting here, but again, the occasion was the 50 years and the introduction of non-stop services just recently. And of course, we want to make sure that Ethiopia is seen as an important place on the map of the Lufthansa global network.
Okay. Have you met any other officials or Ethiopian Airlines officials?
Well, I will meet my counterpart in Ethiopian Airlines tonight. We will have a reception for our most important customers this evening. Our German ambassador will join us. So first we work and then we do the celebration tonight.
Do you have anything to talk about with Ethiopian Airlines? About any mergers or buyouts?
No, we don't talk about those things. We talk about how can we improve the service for our joint customers. We have 10 years now of partnership. We have helped to bring Ethiopian Airlines into Star Alliance, and we are now looking at further steps to make the service experience for our joint customers better.
There was some negotiations between Ethiopian Airlines and Lufthansa to have some part of Ethiopian Airlines for you to buy Ethiopian Airlines, some part of it, or the maintenance part, something like that.
Well, I have not heard about any M&A topics, but indeed in maintenance, we are thinking about jointly developing the African market between Ethiopian Airlines Technik and Lufthansa Technik, which is the largest maintenance and repair and overhaul provider of the world. So there we can indeed, we signed the MOU in December between Ethiopian Airlines Technik and Lufthansa Technik. And we're now also tonight discussing the next steps on moving forward in Africa together.
Recently, the Ethiopian government put Ethiopian Airlines for sale. They're going to sell it. Are you interested in it?
Well, on M&A transactions, we don't talk about in public. We establish partnerships, and that's what the focus is there right now.
So, how's your performance this year?
Well, the year just started, but we finished last year. No, I think it's already very obvious that also 2018 will be one of the best years in the history of Lufthansa. We have grown our passenger numbers to 140 million. We maintained our #1 role in Europe. We have introduced a new brand livery. So I think already it's obvious that this has been a successful year, and we bring that into 19 now.
Okay. You started the face recognition boarding at Miami International Airport. Are you planning to do that in Africa, anywhere in Africa?
Well, this facial recognition in Miami and Los Angeles will be next as part of the huge innovation program we have in Lufthansa. We try to be not only the largest aviation group in the world, we want to be the most innovative aviation group in the world. So we're spending more than €500 million on innovation projects. And if there is a country in Africa which is willing to do this with Lufthansa, I'm happy to send our team and explore the idea, because you need government support and airport support for this. So I'm happy for any African country who wants to go into this with us.
I've read reports that you paid about 500 million euros for compensating passengers for delayed flights. How do you see that?
Well, indeed, there has been a huge problem last year in Europe, which basically can be summed up by the fact that we had more flights in terms of number of flights in Europe than the infrastructure was able to cope with. On the ground, our airports, and also in the air traffic control. And that resulted in a very, very unsatisfying punctuality and regularity rate, where I need to apologize to all customers in Ethiopia who have been affected by this. And for me, the cost of this are secondary. The primary worry is that we didn't provide our customers with the service they have asked for and expect from Lufthansa. So we're working very hard over the northern winter, to make progress on this last year. We hired 600 people just for service recovery. We were putting 25 airlines on standby, aircraft on standby to cope with delays. So we're working hard, investing a lot to have a better summer 19 than the summer 18.
Your innovation hub just opened an office in Singapore. Are you planning to open up an office in Africa?
Well,
Something like that.
we started as part of our huge innovation program, which I mentioned, with 500 million euros investment in Berlin 4 years ago. We now moved into Asia Pacific, Singapore, and if the idea can be spread further, looking into the young talent in Africa to be working with us on innovation would be a wonderful project to look at in more detail. Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any special connection with any other airlines in Africa?
Well, surely the most important partnership we have with Ethiopian Airlines, but we also have a partnership with South African Airlines, who are part of Star Alliance, and Lufthansa Technik and Lufthansa Catering, LSG, have sharing a lot of customers among all the African airlines as part of the Lufthansa group, which, as you know, is more than just the passenger airline everybody knows. And really volatile indeed, but also there has been twice as much growth in aviation as on average in the global economy. GDP times 2 is more or less what is resulting in the growth of an airline. So we are working hard by consolidation, by bringing our costs down, being more resilient to crisis, and with now quite a few record years in a row, I think Lufthansa has proven that we have done our homework.
I think that's.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So when are you issuing every Monday?